Yo, what's going on, guys? Classic Thomas FTW, Thomas and Friends, Season 25 FTL here. And today, I'm going to be reacting to the third episode of New Friends on the Island. And it's going to be called Rumours and Redemption. The third and final part of the Neville and Dennis saga. So yeah. So this takes place the events after the last episode left off, and I'm not going to tell you the rest because that'd be just spoiling. So from now on, I'm not going to be giving away any spoilers. But yeah. And is this a good way to end off the Neville and Dennis saga? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. So, without further ado, let's begin. 3, 2, 1, clickety clack, we're back on the tracks. And this video was also dedicated to Will Thomas 999, or whatever his name was, because it was his birthday at the time. Which, I don't know how old he was. I think he's like the same age as Western 04, like, at the time. This video was made in 2020, so he'd be 16 at the time. Yeah.
Dennis had told Harry and Bert all about the day's events, his encounter with Gordon, how rude he had been, and how he still
it takes place the events after the last episode.
Indeed. It's such a shame that you had to discover the cruelty of steamies the hard way.
But they're not all like that. Thomas and Percy were very kind to me yesterday. I just didn't want to share a shed with Neville. He told me I had to prove to him that I'd changed.
Because he's still
but how do
upset
I do
with
that?
you and what you did.
Don't bother.
And at this rate, he's probably never going to forgive you. Even if you did do it then, he's never going to forget on what you did.
And Bert had brought up some valid points. Well, he didn't agree with their beliefs on steam engines. He did wonder if they were right in Neville's case.
But you don't need to be sad anymore, Dennis. We can introduce you to all of our friends. They'll be very excited to meet you.
Thank you both for being so kind. I really needed a friend tonight.
Think nothing of it. It's the
Well, you have no idea what Harry and Bert are doing. They're just using you as a
The next morning,
weapon
Dennis worked
or
with Harry
something.
and Bert in the yard. Neville puffed in to collect his train, which Dennis was just finishing to arrange.
Your shunting is artistic. You work so delicately with those troublesome tracks.
Thank you very much, my friends.
Neville overheard the conversation.
Well. I knew Dennis hadn't changed, but I didn't expect him to make friends with those two filthy creatures.
Soon Neville was coupled to his trucks. Dennis didn't say a word to him. He still felt bad. Neville was glad he didn't. He just looked at Neville disapprovingly as he left the yard.
Why do you think he looked at me like that?
Because it is a stinky steamy with
I
no
believe he's still
respect for
upset
you.
with you.
Dennis felt very sad. Later that day, Neville saw Thomas at the station.
What's the matter, Neville? You do look glum.
I saw Dennis with Harry and Bert this morning. I heard him call them his friends. He hasn't changed at all. If anything, he's even worse.
Why would Dennis make friends with the grim messengers of doom? I thought he was better than that.
Evidently not.
When Thomas went to the quarry, he saw Percy.
What's wrong, Thomas?
Neville told me that he saw Dennis make friends with Harry and Bert.
The grim messengers of doom? Why would he do that? Unless... Oh no! I must find Toby!
Uh-oh.
And Percy sped off.
Percy, wait. Don't jump to conclusions.
But it was too late. Percy had
Yeah.
gone. Percy found
Now the
Toby
rumours have been spread all over the
Be
island.
careful around Dennis, Toby. He's conspiring with Harry and Bert to scrap all steam engines.
Nonsense, Percy. I bet Dennis. He would never do that.
Thomas told me, and Neville told him, and I know Neville wouldn't spread false rumours after what happened on his first day.
And Percy fussed away, but Toby still wasn't convinced.
What?
Meanwhile, Dennis had prepared a train for Mavis to take away. Percy arrived to collect some trucks.
Hello, Percy.
Percy ignored him. Dennis was very confused at such sudden rudeness. Presently, Mavis arrived. Dennis was pleased
Oh,
to
mate.
meet another Diesel.
Hello, my name's Dennis. You must be Mavis.
I'm not interested in talking to you.
Dennis was hurt.
Why not?
You want to join Ari and Bert's barbaric quest to scrap all steam engines. You're not worth my time.
What are you talking about?
But Mavis left without another.
I'm confused.
What was she on about? You wouldn't scrap steam engines, would you?
Of course not. Everyone just assumes that we do because we're diesels and we work in the ironworks. Don't mind Mavis. She's been poisoned against her own kind by those vicious steam engines.
But where did she get such an idea from? Percy just completely ignored me. Does he believe that ridiculous accusation as well?
Mavis clearly got it from the steam engines, obviously. Most likely Neville, considering the look he gave you. Neville told Percy, who would naturally take the word of a fellow steam engine. Then he probably told Mavis.
But that doesn't make any sense. Why would Neville tell such horrible stories about me?
Who knows, Dennis? Maybe he wanted to get back at you for the accident.
Dennis thought that Ari might be right. That night, 3 Diesels were in the sheds.
Don't worry, Dennis. We'll make sure tomorrow's a better day. Absolutely. Don't let those horrible steam engines get you down. Pleasant dreams.
Thank you both so much for being such great friends.
After Dennis had fallen asleep, Ari and Bert grinned at each other,
I have a plan, Bert.
and he whispered it to his brother.
Genius. But will Dennis want to go through with it? If he doesn't, then he's one of them and not worth us wasting any more time with him. But if he does, then it's a win.
But Dennis doesn't know that Ari and Bert were actually pretending to be his friends.
Meanwhile, Toby spoke to Thomas and Neville.
Right. I hope I've got this right. Percy told me that Dennis is plotting to scrap all steam engines with Ari and Bert, and that you two told him.
I never told him that. All I said is that he'd made friends with them.
Neville realised what had happened and stared shamefully at his
Uh-oh.
brothers.
I've started a rumour. Just like the one spread about me. What Percy said is completely ridiculous, and someone must have voiced their anger to Dennis by now. I must apologise to him tomorrow.
I shouldn't have told Percy even.
Well, I think you should.
It's just that I trusted your judgment.
You shouldn't have. This is all my fault, and I must fix it.
The next morning, Ari and Bert were consoling Dennis.
Last night, Dennis, Bert and I had a thought.
What?
Since Neville spread those rumours about you, we've decided to make sure he learns his lesson.
Good idea. But how are we going to do that? Are we going to delay his train or give him the wrong train?
Even better, you'll see. Bert, could you please shoot a line of trucks as long as you can? With pleasure, Harry.
And so Bert shunted together as many trucks as he could manage.
What's this for? Are we going to give him too many trucks?
Bert, please take those trucks down to the hill.
Bert joyfully hauled his long line of trucks to the top of the hill and stopped.
What now?
Now we wait.
For what?
For Neville, of course.
What are you going to do?
When Neville comes through with his first train from the harbour, Bert will release the trucks. We shall roam down the hill and collide with Neville, teaching him once and for all not to mistreat diesels.
No, that's not right. Neville doesn't deserve that. No engine does.
Have you paid attention to anything we've told you? All steam engines deserve this.
Now it makes sense. You two aren't my friends. You never were. You're cruel, vile, and wicked, and I understand why the engines would shun me if they thought I was your friend.
Oh dear, you've really upset me now. I don't think we should do this.
Wait, really?
Nah, we're going to do this.
Then Dennis
No,
noticed
don't.
Neville in the distance.
Neville, stop! Stop!
Dennis?
But he was too far away to hear. Dennis knew that it would be too late when Neville entered hearing range.
I don't think he's going to stop. What a shame. Bert,
And Bert gave their trucks a mighty bump. Dennis saw them shoot down the hill as Neville came closer. Without thinking twice,
Neville,
Dennis
stop!
raced onto the points. Seeing Dennis
Neville, look
screeched to a
out!
halt and stopped
What?
inches away from his buffers. Just in time. The truck smashed into Dennis, knocking him off the track. Luckily, no one was hurt.
Oh my, are you alright, Dennis?
Not really.
Harry and Bert saw the damage and silently...
Let's get out of here, Bert. Good
Neville
idea,
tried the
Harry.
telephone for Harvey, and Neville spoke to Dennis.
Not our fault.
What on earth happened?
It was Harry and Bert. Those trucks were meant to hit you. Have I proved that I've changed now? Will you forgive me?
Oh, forget about that. Will you forgive me? I started those rumours about you, and I should have known better. After being
Yeah,
on
you
the
should have.
receiving end of dreadful rumours on my first day.
Of course I forgive you, Neville. Can we be friends?
Certainly.
Soon Harvey arrived to clear the mess and brought with him the Fat Controller. He was eager to find out who was responsible, and both Dennis and Neville gladly told him. The Fat Controller visited them
They're in
at
trouble
night.
now.
You two are very naughty engines. You have caused a large amount of trouble, and if I may say so, confusion and delay.
Haven't heard
You
that
two
one
will
before.
stay in your sheds till you can be trusted again.
The Diesels had heard it all before. They didn't care. Once the Fat
course
Controller
they
left, they discussed
They're never
Dennis.
gonna change.
What a
Ever.
pity. I had such high hopes for him.
A few days later, Dennis was at the works, and Thomas was...
Dennis saved me from
Sorry
another
about
terrible
that.
accident. He deserves a grand welcome when he returns.
I know just what to do.
When Dennis returned to the yard, Neville came to meet him.
Hello, Dennis. It's wonderful to have you back.
Thank you, Neville. It's great to be back.
Tonight, would you like to join us at Timber's Sheds?
What an honour! I'd love to.
Dennis
That'd be
was
nice.
very excited. And so it was arranged. That night, Dennis rolled into Timber's Sheds. The other engines were very pleased to see him.
I must say, Dennis, what you did was an inspirational act of bravery.
Indeed. I'm sorry for misinterpreting those rumours. I never did give you a fair chance. I should have taken the time to get to know you instead of believing what everyone told me about you. That's all right.
3 cheers for Dennis. Hip hip,
Hooray!
hip hip,
Hooray!
hip hip.
Hooray!
Dennis
Well done,
had never
Dennis.
felt happier in his life, and he proudly went to sleep next to his best friend, Neville.
So now Dennis and Neville are the best of friends. That's good to hear.
Felt happier in his
Right.
best friend, Neville.
So yeah, that was my reaction to Rumours and Redemption. So what do I think of this episode? It's a really good end to the Neville and Dennis saga. Like, in the end, they became best friends, and imagine if that was in the show, like, if there was an episode about Neville knowing about Dennis, like, that would have been really good instead of what we actually got. Instead of making episodes about the Steam Team, have some focus on the new characters as well. Like, well, they don't really do that. They just introduce new characters. Well, I'm only talking about the Hit era. In the Hit era, they just introduce new characters, then they make a few appearances for a while, and then after a few seasons they were introduced, they just never appear again. Well, except for Rosie, Rocky, Whiff, and Stanley, because they made it to the CGI series, but the rest, not really. And some characters only appear in their debut episode and never appear again, and Dennis is one of those characters. I mean, he did make a brief cameo in some learning segments and the great discovery afterwards, but other than that, he only made one appearance, and he was going to return in Day of the Diesels, but for some reason he was dropped and replaced with Norman, hence why they have the same bases as one another. And I think Neville and Dennis would have been a great duo. Like, have an episode where Neville is in distress and Dennis comes to help him, and even if Dennis is lazy, he still has a friend in Neville. And yeah, that would have been a great that would have been great episodes instead of, you know, the writers assassinating characters like Thomas and the rest of the Steam team, and not to mention the narrow gauge engines. But yeah. So yeah. So this concludes the Neville and Dennis saga. Next time we'll be moving on to some other new characters. I wonder who they're gonna be. Ooh, we'll have to find out tomorrow. I think you already know, but to the people who haven't seen this before, you'll just have to wait and see. So yeah. And I get it now why they made an episode for Dennis, because, well, the last episode was morally focused on Dennis, and the first one was focused on Neville, and this one is focused on the both of them, so that's actually pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah. So that's all for this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends, and have a great day. Bye!